Golden Gloves boxer is found battered in a creek bed.
One eye is open, one eye is closed. That tells me that death came very quickly to this young man.
Everything about you is saying, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
To solve this mystery, Lieutenant Joe Kenda must chase down an unlikely team of killers.
They would never be the same, not after they conspired like this.
The vicious attack sets off an investigation like none before.
I want you to remember something. Maybe you should even write this down. I don't forgive, and I don't forget. Dark secrets are extremely destructive. It's a terrible thing. Murder is a terrible thing. Is it preventable? No. No, it isn't. That's what makes it so scary. There's one thing that never changes: murder. A life has been taken. Their stories are now my stories. I'm Lieutenant Joe Kenda. I've solved nearly 400 homicides. Somebody has to take control. Somebody has to look out for the victim. I never know where a case is going to lead, but I'll never stop until it's solved.
It's a crisp winter morning in North Cheyenne Canyon Park, a 1,600-acre nature preserve on the outskirts of Colorado Springs.
Cheyenne Canyon, there's a lot of pretty scenery up in there.
It's a really popular hiking spot. There is a winding system of trails. You can go up and up and up. It's actually steep enough, it can be kind of dangerous.
Park Ranger Ron Leisure is out on a routine patrol.
That morning, he was driving along an open creek bed, very close to the main road.
He observed what he thought was some trash. People go up and party there and then just leave the trash.
I would guess his first instinct was probably that a bag blew out of something. And if you see something on the ground trash-wise, you're gonna go pick it up. So he sees this pile of stuff.
From the corner of his eye, the ranger notices something unusual in a nearby creek bed.
We're on to base.
When he went down further to investigate, he found a body lying in the creek. He was only in his underwear, and his clothing was located off to the right and above him.
There's that old survival instinct that humans have where if you see something lying dead, everything about you is saying, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
5 miles away, at the El Paso County Courthouse, Lieutenant Joe Kenda has just finished testifying in a murder trial.
That particular morning, I was in court. I just left the courthouse building, and I was walking down the courthouse steps, and my pager went off, and it said 911. That's a code to me that this is a murder, and I should call into the comm center.
As Kenda makes his way to Canyon Park, sheriff's helicopters confirm the location of the body.
You'll see us, light blue shirt, walking here toward the creek where the victim is.
Lieutenant, Detective Moore, how you doing? Pretty good. Who found the body? The park ranger over here did.
I find marked units and Park Ranger Leisure.
You found the body? That's right. You tell me what happened?
I was on my normal patrols, and I stopped to pick up some trash, and then I noticed some clothing down there. And as I went to pick up the clothing, that's when I noticed the body.
And where's the body?
It's right down there on the creek bank.
He then points out the human remains of a young, light-complected black male, wearing only a pair of undershorts, blue in color.
He appeared to be in very good physical shape.
One eye is open, one eye is closed. That tells me that death came very quickly for this young man. Looking at him in the creek bed, I immediately started thinking about how could this have happened.
You guys mind rolling the body over for me?
There is no evidence of blood spatter. The average human body has 8 to 10 pints of blood. There'd be cast-off bleeding. There'd be pressure, dispersion of blood.
It was obvious that there had not been any blood that was in that immediate area.
This person bled out before he arrived at this location. He was left here, but he certainly didn't die here. He's been bludgeoned about the head with a pipe or a similar object made out of metal, hit several times and stabbed 24 times. One of these stab wounds goes through his heart and goes all the way to his spine. The stab wounds were in a very closely placed pattern in the body, which indicates a high-speed level of attack, almost a blitz attack.
There were knife wounds in the back, in the facial area, and also I noted there were defense wounds. So it appeared that our victim was fighting his attackers off.
It tells me that whoever did this was absolutely frantic when they were doing it. It doesn't tell me why they were frantic.
Nor does it tell Kenda where this fatal attack took place. Until they can determine the location of the murder, Kenda and his team are flying blind.
We have the ending of this story. We don't have the beginning or the middle. Without a crime scene, we have no way to connect this person to any other group of people.
And so it's somewhat of a challenge. He was partially clothed, and we observed clothing next to his body.
I look at the shirt, there are no puncture wounds in the shirt. The pants are unclipped and unzipped. They've been removed in a normal way, which indicates to me that most likely he took them off before this attack occurred. The question is, why? Why did he take his clothes off? Is he being directed to get undressed at knife point?
Stop! Take your clothes off!
Is this a sex crime? Is it rage? Is it fear? Or is it both? I have a great number of questions and I have absolutely no answers.
Kenda asks CSIs to collect fingerprints and run them through the CSPD database.
Did you find any ID?
No, there's no ID.
He has nothing in his possession that says who he is. What he does have is a piece of paper cut with scissors with a phone number, the same number written on those tear-off sheets.
162 dispatch. Run a number for me.
So we immediately took those numbers to the major crimes unit and determined that numbers came back to a pager company, which was instrumental in helping us identify who the victim was.
Corey Allen Edge.
He's 20 years of age, and he is the person who purchased that pager only a month and a half earlier.
So who exactly was Mr. Edge?
One must decide who the victim is in any murder. It's very important to learn the dynamics of a victim's lifestyle, and generally the best source for that is family.
I was making a grilled cheese sandwich, and I heard this knock on the door. I went and answered the door, and it was 2 detectives.
Corey had a brother, Lamar, who was 14 at the time this occurred.
How you doing? I'm Detective Kenda.
How are you?
Does Corey Edge live here?
Yeah, he does. That's my big brother. Why? Is something wrong?
Is your mom here?
Yes.
When I told his mom that he had been killed, she was absolutely hysterical and was unable to continue talking with us.
Everything just froze. I was just at awe and shocked. I was like, couldn't nobody take my brother. He was a role model to me. He taught me that anything that I wanted to do, that I could do it.
Kenda wants to give the family a moment to grieve, but with every passing minute, catching Corey's killer becomes more and more difficult.
But I need to ask you a few questions in order to help you.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about Corey?
Oh, Corey was a great kid. He's a great athlete. He's health conscious.
He was a Golden Gloves boxer, and he was extremely talented. He'd won a number of events, and his coach believed he could become a professional boxer.
He was really nice with his hands.
He was very careful about his diet. He did not use drugs. He did not drink alcohol.
But Corey's talents extended beyond the boxing ring.
Corey started to put together a rap album. They just needed to get it pressed. I think it would have done fairly well.
He was interested in was a music career, and he actually had some potential in that, too. He had a promoter that was interested in him. He'd done some work. One of the problems was Colorado Springs at that point in time was, 89 was an economic tank for this area.
He was in a position, finally, to put together another promotional tape, which he believed would carry him over the top and get him offered another contract. And he had paid a local broadcasting firm a substantial amount of money to produce this for him. But his purpose in doing so was to get this recording contract back underway.
He had his whole life laid out for him. He's going to broadcasting school.
My brother always was into something positive. Corey was very goal-driven.
This was a kid who had some potential.
Can you think of anyone that might want to hurt him?
Oh, no. Everybody loved Corey. I had to even change the home phone number because so many people called him, and I made him take a pager.
Both Lamar and his mother said that Corey was very popular with young ladies. They were attracted to the fact that he was a nearly professional boxer. Lamar doesn't really know why someone would want to hurt Corey, but he thought it might have something to do with all the women he associated with.
Kenda wonders if Corey's reputation as a ladies' man might explain why he was found in his underwear.
What if he's undressed in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong female, and a husband or a boyfriend shows up?
What you doing with this dude? What the f are you doing here? Get your ass out this fast, station. Let's go.
And is more than a little annoyed by this. That certainly is a possibility.
Is it possible he was with one of these girls last night?
Not to my knowledge. Last time I saw him was around 2:30.
So where did he go? I mean, why did you see him at 2 o'clock and not after?
He told me that he was going to his friends Jason and Daryl Sanchez's house.
They met playing basketball a few months ago. They live in an apartment close by Corey's mother's apartment. So that was important. It gives us another lead, another place to go. So then the question becomes the Sanchez brothers. Who are they? I'm really hopeful that they've got something to say that can put some glimmer of light into this darkness that I'm feeling about this case. We're investigating the murder of 20-year-old boxer Corey Edge, found dumped in a creek bed in North Cheyenne Canyon. We know that he was recently in the company of two brothers, Jason and Daryl Sanchez. They are obviously the beginning point of this investigation.
Mrs. Sanchez?
Yes?
I'm from the Colorado Springs Police Department. Are your sons home?
Daryl, Jason, get up here. Get up here.
Mom, what do you want?
Get up here.
After some coaxing, she was able to get both sons out.
19-year-old Daryl and 16-year-old Jason emerge from the basement.
What, Mom? We're in the middle of a game. What do you need? Hey, what's going on?
Would you guys have a seat?
Sure, yeah.
I want to talk to you about your friend Corey Edge.
They say, oh, absolutely. Corey came over yesterday afternoon.
Watched a movie pretty late last night. Fell asleep, you know?
Yeah, and about midnight, he got up and went out to the convenience store.
Yeah. And then when we woke up this morning, he was already gone.
They didn't expect Corey to not come back. And when he didn't come back, they became very worried that something bad had happened to Corey.
Corey was found dead in North Canyon Park. He was murdered.
What? Oh my God.
The news appears to hit the Sanchez brothers hard.
I knew it. I knew I should have called the police or something, but I didn't want to get Corey in trouble.
In every murder case, there's always that nagging feeling that there is a secret not yet known, that there's some part of this victim's life that we have yet to uncover. And it becomes a nagging question. What is that?
Kenda thinks back to Corey's mother and her complaint about phone calls. Why would Corey get so many calls that he would need a pager?
Do you have any idea why he would leave late at night?
They finally admit, unwillingly at first, that Corey sells crack cocaine. So you have an individual who's living a double life that's not easily seen. On the surface, he is an athlete. He's on his way to somewhere important. But underneath that facade, he's a drug dealer.
He was trying to pay to get through college.
They accompany him when he sells crack cocaine. His favorite place to do that is a convenience store, which is walking distance from their apartment.
According to both Daryl and Jason, Corey was new to the game.
He was making less than $800 a month selling drugs. Not exactly Pablo Escobar or anybody like that. Just somebody trying to survive.
He figured, well, I can't find a job. I'll try my bid at selling drugs. Corey knew that you can't sell drugs forever.
He was a handsome kid. He was making steps to move his life on. He had some skill physically. There were some people that looked up to him, and at the same time, he was dealing crack.
Corey had only been selling drugs for a month or two, but it was certainly long enough to establish a list of potential enemies. He had 152 pager calls on that pager. At a minimum, we have 152 suspects.
Not only does this revelation open a floodgate of new suspects, it explains the mysterious strips of paper found in Corey's pockets.
If you're in the drug business, you carry this piece of paper with you, and you pass that number out to potential customers. He sells to a number of unknown individuals who meet him in cars that no one can describe and spend time with him, even if it's only a few minutes. The possibilities of that activity leading to his death are enormous.
It's a shady game comprised of thugs, hustlers, and career criminals.
The worst of that is that enormity is further complicated by the anonymity of the people that are involved in that.
Corey was not dealing with a sterling group of individuals that would have wanted to stand up for his honor.
Kenda asks the Sanchez brothers to walk him through the events of the previous day.
He came over, we hung out most of the day, played some basketball.
At approximately 7 to 8 p.m., Corey gets a page, and Daryl and Jason leave the residence, and they walk over 1 block, and they've made arrangements to make a deal.
We had to walk down to the convenience store.
Corey would actually meet his customers. Transactions would take place in a car.
How much you want? Come on, man.
It's 20.
Often carrying as much as $300, $400, $500, $600 in cash.
Yeah, I guess we don't know.
Yeah, we good?
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
According to Jason and Daryl, by 11:30, all 3 boys were back in their basement watching TV.
They say at 2:30 or so in the morning, everybody's asleep. Corey's pager goes off again. He asked them to go with him. They say, we're too tired to go with you this time. Go by yourself.
He got up and went down to the convenience store.
Yeah. We were asleep, and when we woke up, he wasn't here.
He never came back?
No. And then when I woke up this morning, his bag was here, and he was gone.
His bag's still here?
Yeah, no, I'll go get it for you if you want.
We'll come with you.
Okay.
We did look around in the basement area where both sons were living.
It looked normal, cluttered, and not exactly well kept, but normal.
Jason points Kenda in the direction of the gym bag. He begins to examine its contents.
It contains clothing that apparently would fit Corey Edge.
Do you think of anyone that might want to do this to Corey?
Whoever it was that was paging him at 2:30 in the morning would be my guess.
Their story is very consistent, and as a result, it's very believable. Jason and Daryl Jr. say no one person could take him. It had to be maybe more than 2 to be able to deal with him.
Come on,
Come on, you want to go?
come on.
He was clearly willing and able to defend himself with his fists.
But Kenda knows that a solid left hook will only get you so far in a knife fight. And the fact that Corey was a relative novice in the cutthroat world of crack cocaine could have made him an easy target.
You good, man?
So then the question becomes, is it a disgruntled former customer, or is it strictly a robbery? What is known in the street as a drug rip. You call a known dealer, he shows up, you rob him of his drugs and his money, he resists, and you kill him. That all works with one problem. Why is he in his underwear?
Is it possible Corey's assailant stripped him down? hoping to get their hands on the rest of his stash.
Some of the patrol officers at the scene believed that he possibly had been tortured because of the amount of damage to the body.
Kenda pays a visit to the convenience store where Corey conducted his business.
How you doing? Colorado Springs Police? Can you tell me if you've ever seen this guy before?
Nah, never seen him.
Are you sure? We were told he comes here all the time, maybe hanging out in the parking lot?
We have clerks. They're not exactly too attentive as to what's going on. Never saw the Sanchez brothers, never saw anybody. Those people are in there every day, buying chips, buying candy, whatever. But nobody knows anybody. But you have to ask. Maybe you'll get lucky. I'm not lucky.
Thank you for your help.
We start checking to see how many other friends Corey might have had in the hope that somebody knows something.
Luckily for Kenda, little brother Lamar hung around Corey's friends and is able to refer the detective to those who knew Corey best.
We meet this kid named Andre Walker. He was a friend and associate of Corey's. He knew another guy named Jimmy Van. There was a falling out between Jimmy and Corey. Do serious falling outs lead to murder? Not usually, but they certainly could. What was interesting to me about Jimmy Van is he's a named individual. He's not some vague person passing in the night. Bad blood with the victim and some confrontations. Okay, a glimmer of hope. Great. Let's talk to Jimmy Van.
Kenda deploys the fugitive team to track down Jimmy and bring him to the station.
You hear footsteps behind you? You'll be hearing them shortly. Looking over your shoulder. Do you see me yet? Because I can see you. We have just managed to develop a solid suspect, an individual named Jimmy Van. He has an extensive criminal history. He's had confrontations with our victim. It's essential we talk to him immediately in an interrogation room.
When Jimmy Van enters the interview room, Kenda and his detective, David Moore, find themselves standing across from a lanky teenager, fresh out of high school.
Tell me how you know Corey Edge.
The guy's a jerk, has no respect for anyone.
Jimmy had explained that he'd known Corey since they were in middle school together, but this falling out he considered to be a serious one, that they were no longer friends.
Ever come to blows? You ever get in a fight with him?
Yeah, it did.
Why don't you walk me through that?
Yeah, we were hanging out drinking. You know, I started running my mouth a little bit.
So you probably think you're the man, huh?
Well, what's your problem, man? And the guy freaks out and just starts beating me down in front of everybody.
What's wrong with you, bitch? Man, I ain't afraid of you, man. What's wrong with you? Come on, come on. We'll talk now.
Jimmy is embarrassed that Corey slapped him silly during the course of this confrontation in front of other people. When someone is beaten by someone in the street in front of their friends, it can produce an enormous level of hate. Could that be a motive? Yeah, it could.
According to Jimmy, he was so angry at Corey, he openly talked about wanting him dead.
We certainly know why others believe he could be responsible for this, because he's threatened him, he's told people somebody ought to kill him.
I'm gonna cut to the chase, Jimmy. Corey Edge is dead. The word on the street is you had something to do with it.
What?
His response is the common response. People on the street say a lot of things.
You know anything about that?
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, sir. I didn't like him, but never that, never.
He's telling us what, in my opinion, is the truth. We certainly know why others believe he could be responsible for this because of his level of his admissions. He's threatened him, he's told people somebody ought to kill him. He's done all kinds of things like that, which he freely talks about. But he said I didn't do it, nor would I have done it. I was mad at him. And when I was mad, I said a lot of things. And that, to me, is human nature. A story I can believe.
Jimmy seems to be telling the truth, but Detective Moore sees a more obvious reason to believe him.
My impression was Jimmy Van was not a person that could take Corey Edge. It truly would have taken a few people to attack Corey.
Where were you last night?
I was in Denver with my friends.
We check his alibis. We confirm all of it. He had nothing to do with this, other than the fact he disliked the victim, which is not against the law. So our first real person that we can lay our hands on goes up in smoke. Corey is still a victim, and we're no closer to the person who killed him than when we found him in Cheyenne Canyon.
The investigation is losing steam, but the media attention is just heating up. Over the next few days, Kenda's office is flooded with a wave of anonymous tips.
Kenda.
When homicide investigation does not produce an arrest within a day or two, then the rumor mill begins, and it doesn't stop.
Unfortunately, most of the leads are worthless.
People always believe rumors. They rarely believe the facts.
But one of them does stand out.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, what do you got for us?
We get one guy who says that a guy named Barney Davis and a buddy of his named Rat, they have an apartment. There is blood everywhere in this apartment. They knew the victim. They must have killed him. These individuals have long, glorious criminal records. We confront them.
You know Corey Edge?
Yeah, I know Corey.
Mind if we come in and look around?
Be my guest.
We inspect this apartment. There's a cage on a table in the main room containing a live rat. Now, he has a human associate named Rat. Maybe this is his pet. Who knows? But you look at that and you think, well, that's pretty bizarre, isn't it?
Let's go ahead and have a seat. The reason why we're here is Corey Edge is dead.
Glancing around the room, Kenda spots a number of reddish-brown stains on the carpet.
Blood, after it's been there for a period of time, will turn from red or crimson in color to a coppery brown when it's dried. So you look at that and you think, that could be blood.
Is this blood on the carpet?
No, it ain't blood, man. We don't have nothing to do with this, man. We didn't kill anybody, man.
No.
If you're gonna lie to me, you better be exceptionally good at it, because I am exceptionally good at knowing when you are.
Come in. Go ahead and run your test.
Kenda has the forensic team run a Kastle-Meyer test, in which a chemical known as phenolphthalein is applied to the stained area. If the sample turns bright pink, it means blood is present.
That's one of the tests you can perform. It'll tell you immediately if it's human blood. It'll tell you if it's animal blood. It'll tell you if it isn't blood. Our only concern is it human blood? Does it belong to Corey Edge? I've just seen a piece of evidence that I think is going to be big. The CSI team and I are looking around the apartment of drug dealer Barney Davis and his associate Rat. We're looking for blood evidence.
When blood evidence is being analyzed, one of the things we look at is the quantity. The amount of blood can give you some hints.
If the carpet stains found in Barney and Rat's apartment prove to be human blood, Kenda may have found his crime scene.
It's negative.
Had no reaction at all to the test. No reaction is not blood. So our story, which looks so good, now looks so bad. We're going along, spinning our wheels, getting madder by the minute, and getting nowhere at all.
But just when Kenda's prospects of solving the case seem dimmest, a new lead surfaces from an unlikely source.
Kenda, this is dispatch.
Go for Kenda.
I'm Jimmy Stevenson.
Where is he right now?
He's in custody at county jail.
10-4. Put him in an interrogation room and we'll be right there.
Good news?
We're about to find out.
Jimmy Stevenson indicated he had information on the Corey Edge homicide.
Jimmy Stevenson has recently been charged with breaking and entering. In custody on the B&E rat, Jimmy appears ready to play ball.
Because he knows he's a criminal. He understands that police respond to people who say they have information about a murder.
Within the hour, Kenda is staring across the interrogation table at Jimmy Stevenson.
Jimmy is your typical arrogant criminal who thinks that he has the keys to the kingdom in his possession.
I know who did it. But look, you're gonna do right by me, all right? Either I get a deal or you don't get any information.
You better tell me what you know, or I'm gone in the next 10 seconds. And you're going to jail for burglary, period, the end.
Corey, right, he owed this dude like $3,000, all right, for a stash that he bought off.
Oh, yeah? That doesn't ring true at all with me. Corey's not a $3,000 kind of guy. Who's the guy?
Big Daddy.
You've been reading a lot of comic books, Jimmy? Is that where you came up with that name, Big Daddy?
He's a drug dealer. It's Big Daddy.
And he hired these two guys named Pete and Scott.
And Scott and Pete's last names? I mean, they're hitmen. It's Pete and Scott.
It was a contract. They picked Corey up at the convenience store in a brown Chevy.
Told you not to mess with Big Daddy. What the f you talking about?
I was there when they did it. Oh, yeah? You were there. Yeah, I watched them. You watched them do what? They forced him into the car at gunpoint. At gunpoint. They each had a gun?
They took him, drove him somewhere, killed him, and dumped the body. Right? You know, so what? What, do I get my deal or what?
Absolutely not. What do you think happened here, Jimmy? They threw their guns away and got out a knife? It's a completely unbelievable, fantastic story. Contract killings of drug people happen in the movies. What he wants is out of jail, which is not happening. And when it's not happening, the story gets more fantastic by the minute. Finally, I just tell him, Jimmy, don't waste my time. I'm a busy guy. I haven't got time to talk to you.
You're going to jail for burglary. Hey, no, I gave both of y'all all the information you could have wanted. Everything. What? No, this is bull. Hey.
Goodbye, Jimmy. The longer an investigation continues without result, the less chance there becomes of you ever resolving it. It doesn't matter to me what complications there were in Corey's personal life or his engagement in criminal activity. That matters not. What matters is his life was violently taken. I'm sitting in my office, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, if he's not tortured, if he's not with a girl, maybe he's in his underwear because he's in bed.
Kenda wonders if Jimmy Stevenson isn't the only one who's been feeding him bad information.
He gets undressed, and he goes to bed. Where does he do that? He does that in Sanchez's basement with his two buddies. What if something goes wrong and somebody in that house kills him and dumps him in the park? That made sense to me. We're looking for multiple offenders here because it would take more than one to get control of him.
Excuse me, sir.
Authorities canvass the surrounding complex, hoping that a neighbor saw something the night of the crime.
A woman who lives next door says that she remembers seeing something.
I got up early, like 5 or 5:30 in the morning, and all three of them, the two sons and the father, were out there carrying this big tarp.
Can you describe it at all?
Couldn't really tell from my window.
Did you happen to see what they did with it?
Looks like they were carrying it to their car, from what I can tell.
What if what they're carrying out is Corey Edge? It's circumstantial evidence. It's an indicator. But it fits with my theory of underwear. Now I'm starting to like this.
Kenda and Moore head over to have another talk with the Sanchez family.
Mr. Sanchez, is it possible we come in to talk to you and your boys again? No, my boys already told you everything they had to say. Well, we received some new information. It might be important for us to talk to them about. No, I told you can't come in. I don't have anything to say.
So I said, okay, Mr. Sanchez, I will honor your wishes. But I want you to remember something. Maybe you should even write this down. I don't forgive, and I don't forget.
Less than 24 hours later, Kenda is back at the Sanchez residence.
I told you we had nothing to say.
Mr. Sanchez, we have a warrant to search the place. Step aside.
A search warrant looking for bloodstains.
Luminol is used when there is a suspicion that blood has been shed in a particular area, but you can't see it with the naked eye. The luminol will allow law enforcement to at least see the placement of something that is reacting like blood. Is it human blood? And if possible, DNA to match it up to a particular person.
This can be done even with the smallest amount of blood. Even a blood smear that you can't see with the naked eye will fluoresce in luminol. Further, if blood is cleaned up, you can even see rag marks or wipe marks in the glow. It's very efficient at discovering blood.
Looking for blood spatter patterns. You're looking for large pools versus small drops. You may look for blood flight patterns against a wall, for instance, indicating that high-speed blood passage was taking place. So it can give you a lot more information about what kind of altercation may have occurred to cause that blood to be deposited wherever it is you find it.
It causes the human blood trace to fluoresce in ultraviolet light, so it literally glows yellow.
Detectives spray luminol on every surface in the Sanchez basement.
I'm expecting this room to light up enough for me to read a newspaper in.
So what do we got?
We've got nothing. We've saturated the place with luminol, and hey, hit that light for me. I mean, there's literally nothing. The place is clean.
Nothing anywhere.
Nothing.
I was in shock. What do you mean there's no blood?
Kenda and his team have no choice but to leave.
We had no hard evidence, no physical evidence, no statements, no indication of the presence of a crime scene in their house.
The lack of blood evidence suggests the Sanchez brothers had nothing to do with Corey Edge's murder, but Kenda's gut still tells him otherwise.
My initial thought was that some members of this family, or maybe all of them together, killed Corey Edge. Everyone thought I was a little crazy at that point about it.
The case goes cold for 5 whole years. But Kenda hasn't forgotten about Corey Edge.
It languishes until a gift from God falls out of the sky.
It starts when CSPD responds to an assault call between 2 brothers. Kenda learns that the wounded man is Daryl Sanchez Sr., father of Jason and Daryl Jr.
Daryl Sr. has a brother whose name is Ralph. Ralph Sanchez is an ex-convict. He stabs Daryl in the chest and damn near kills him during a family disturbance. He gets arrested for first-degree assault and attempted murder.
It's a vicious crime, but it presents Kenda with an opportunity to reopen a case that haunts him.
This is the magic moment I've been waiting for. When you've run out of ideas, you're left with waiting for someone's knee to touch the ground. And when that report came forward and came across my desk that Ralph Sanchez had stabbed Daryl Sanchez Sr., my first thought was, there is a God, and he has stepped in and provided me with an opportunity. We go see Ralph.
Ralph was about to be charged with a pretty serious assault with a deadly weapon on Daryl Sr. The motivation for coming forward seemed logical.
Ralphie, seems to be you're in like a spot of trouble here.
Your brother might not survive those injuries. And the reason you're here is because Daryl was involved in a murder about 5 years ago of a guy named Corey Edge.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do, Ralph. You are blood to these people.
Well, Daryl already told us some stuff about this murder.
My brother told you that? Man.
You already have a criminal record. You're gonna go down for this. You're gonna go down even harder if you don't give me the information you have about this murder.
He's getting really agitated, and he says, you're asking me to give up my family. And I said, Ralph, your family is the reason why you're sitting here, in case you haven't noticed.
Well, listen, any information that you have about the murder might take precedence over the situation you're in right now.
We were willing to give him a sentence concession, meaning that he would have to plead guilty, but he could stay out of prison.
Now tell me exactly what happened.
He told me his boys killed that guy, Corey Edge. Him and his wife went to the basement, and his body was on the stairs, and there was blood everywhere.
Well, I appreciate your cooperation.
There's going to be a judgment day, and it happens to be today. 5 years of grief and 5 years of frustration, 5 years of anger go away. I felt very good.
Kenda Kenda knows who killed Corey Edge, but he still needs to know how and why. With 5 years gone by, tracking down the Sanchez brothers proves to be difficult. Turns out, they both moved to California shortly after the crime. Kenda eventually locates Daryl Jr., and with the help of authorities in California, he is extradited back to Colorado.
Tell me exactly what happened on December 5th, 1989.
I was doing a lot of crack back then with Corey Edge. He was staying at my house, and it was like late at night, and I really wanted some.
When Corey decided to go to bed, our man Daryl Jr. wanted more crack. He waited for Corey to fall asleep. And he tried to take more crack out of the pocket of his pants.
Yo, what the fuck? What the Nothing!
Corey woke up and pulled a gun on him.
What are you doing, man?
He tried to shoot me, but it jammed, and so I got scared. There was a pipe lying around, so I grabbed this pipe and I started, hitting him with the pipe. But he was a strong dude. He didn't even faze me. But he kept coming at me and he started punching me.
Daryl Jr. claims that with Corey allegedly raining punches down on him, his brother Jason came to his rescue.
Hey! Get off of him!
Jason got a knife and repeatedly stabbed Corey. Corey tried to go up the stairs and collapsed on the staircase, and he died.
According to Daryl Jr., the commotion woke the boy's parents, who came downstairs just in time to see Corey take his last breath.
Daryl Sr. tells the boys that he's going to call the police.
No! You can't call the police, Dad. You do not know who he runs with. They'll kill Jason, they'll kill me, they'll kill you guys. Seriously, we cannot tell anybody about this.
They talk this over, Mom included, and they decide they're going to conceal the death. What made this case unusual is that you have a family that decides to get involved in a murder. Mom, Dad, and 2 kids. That is rare. They carried the body off, dumped it in Cheyenne Canyon, dumped his clothes along with it.
Having recently begun working as a maintenance man, Daryl Jr. had an idea how they could rid the scene of any evidence.
There were over 20 stab wounds, and so it would have been a tremendous amount of blood.
They used bleach and paint. Bleach destroys human blood, and they used 5 gallons of it. They pulled up tile in the floor because they thought some blood had leaked under the tiles in a certain area and replaced them.
It was just spick and span. When I say they went back with fluoroscopes, they went back. I mean, the Sanchez family must have essentially remodeled that basement. Everything was gone.
In this case, the family had full control of the crime scene. They could lock everybody else out and take the time to clean it and do everything themselves. So the control and the access is something you don't usually find with a defendant. It can take not just the cleaning, but repainting, retiling, recarpeting in some cases that people try to do to cover things up. So it takes hours, maybe days, and it takes a very concerted effort to do that. Very few crime scenes are cleaned to the level that the Sanchez apartment had been cleaned.
So we wind up arresting the Sanchez family for killing this kid. Who actually killed him? I think they all participated. Probably 2 people, but there are 4 in question.
At trial, Jason and Daryl Jr. are convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 22 years. Father Daryl Sr. and Mother Tani receive probationary sentences of 6 and 4 years, respectively.
They would never be the same, not after they conspired like this. Dark secrets are extremely destructive.
But even with the killers behind bars, the truth about what really happened the night Corey Edge died remains a mystery.
I don't think Corey ever pulled a gun. I think he got up, was prepared to defend himself when he got whacked in his skull with a pipe.
The tragedy of seeing any young person killed is that you don't know what they were going to grow up to be.
I think Corey missed out on having a chance to get married, have children, complete at least one of those goals.
I'm just so sad for Corey Edge, because I think he may have turned into a person that could have been a decent, if not even creative, part of society.
Corey Edge was a young man who had dreams, had hopes, wasn't exactly certain how to accomplish them, was trying to survive in a difficult world, and selected exactly the wrong people to survive with. Corey believed he could handle himself. He found out he couldn't against two people in the dark in the middle of the night.